Toy Trains VR is a track connecting puzzle game. I'll be going over what it offers and hopefully help you decide if this is one for you. There is a story, but it's not overly in depth, although with games like this I'm fine with that. However, you are clearing out some stuff and you find a Toy Trains box, and inside is a miniature world full of life and you have to assist them. You can certainly play this game without reading much of the dialogue and just concentrating on completing the levels. Gameplay wise, this is a track building puzzle game. There are certain buildings in which the train is required to pass for you to move on. Therefore you need to use the right pieces to ensure this happens. At the start this is pretty simple, but soon gets a little more difficult and may leave you with moments of thinking. Fortunately the levels do progress in difficulty and include even more track pieces to place. As well as the general puzzling side of it, there are further things you can place in the miniature world, such as decorations to make the levels look even more charming than they already do. It's pretty simple to get the hang of, but you may find moments you'll forget to link a house or build too far from the development site, so you'll have to rejig the track a bit. Personally I found the gameplay to be very chilled and peaceful, but fun as well. Let's go over the graphics and performance. First off, the graphics are colourful and bright, and even though the focus is the miniature world, there is a ton of detail in the background. I think the style they went for really added to the game. I also liked how your hands could interact with the trees and water in the miniature world. Performance wise, the game runs really well and I had no frame drops or crashes. As for the settings, there are no adjustments. During this game you stand in one spot and it requires minimal rotating and more just head movement. Although I'm happy to say the game can be played seated, which is great. I would have liked a setting to change the grip button from R1 to R2, but overall it's a very comfortable experience for all VR players. There are some things that I'd like added, such as teleport movement to each part of the table so you can see it from different angles, or the ability to rotate the table or the miniature board. This doesn't pose much of an issue if you're playing the game standing, but if you're someone who plays VR seated then you may find it a bit difficult to reach the back of the board on the later levels. Another thing I think would have been really cool is a sandbox mode so you can create whatever comes to mind. Maybe these are things that can be added in the future. Overall, Toy Trains VR is an absolute joy of a game. There are 10 levels to play which vary in difficulty. You can complete the game and get the platinum in around 3 to 4 hours, so it is a bit of a short experience. This game has a lot of charm, and even with a short duration I really had a lot of fun with it. So should you get this game? Well, if you enjoy puzzles that aren't too difficult then this is perfect. However, if you're not a fan of chilled experiences or puzzles then I'd say it's best to avoid this one. This concludes my review for Toy Trains. If you've enjoyed this video then make sure to stick around as I intend on covering all PSVR2 games, therefore you'll see the new releases as well as the old. Thanks for watching.